Here is everything that I sold on Amazon as well as eBay. Here's more of it. This is all eBay stuff. It's Monday, November 20th, 2023, and I sold eight items over the weekend. It was very slow on eBay. I don't know why. Maybe because the Thanksgiving coming up. I'm not sure. eBay's been kind of funky. It's been going down for me in terms of amount of sales, but I'm still glad I got some sales. And I got I got four Amazon merchant fulfilled sales as well. If you remember, I made a video about that big book pickup that I got, and this book came from that Black's Law Dictionary. This sold for $21 and change. I have sold four of the five books that I listed on Amazon Merchant Fulfilled from that book pickup, that free book pickup. It was 15 tubs of books, and I only have one more book in there that I haven't sold yet, or that I got from that haul that I haven't sold yet. So this one sold. This was really nice. This is one that sells pretty often. So if you come across Black's Law Dictionary, this is the 6th edition. Definitely pick it up. That's a good one. And then this one, interestingly, I listed it, Spanish language one. I listed it below what the current lowest price is for used, and it sold for $19.99. It was ranked, so the rank dropped down to about 70,000 sales rank, and the sales rank was over 1 million when I listed it. Only when did I list this? A month ago, just under a month ago. I got this from a little free library. So it just goes to prove that if you price it right, you can sell stuff that is priced higher. I mean, that has a higher rank is what I mean. That sometimes it's overpriced and got to be a little more realistic and see if it makes more sense to list it at a lower price, even though it does have a not a super high rank, 1 million rank, sales rank for a book is not super high, but it's a little bit higher than I know a lot of people will be comfortable sourcing a book at, basically. So I also sold, so these two are good. This is a free haul. This was a little free library. I had two other books. These are the papers here. I already printed them out. It's got to pick up the books and ship them out. One sold for $12 and change. The other one was $14 and change. And sorry, one was a CD, one was a book. And the book is one that I got recently from a little free library, and the CD was from a Gaylord back in 2021. So definitely a mixture of sales. I mean, most of them are newer, but one from 2021. It happens a lot where I will sell much older items that have been sitting around for quite a while, but it sold for a decent amount of money. So that was nice for Amazon Merchant Fulfilled sales. This was a $29.99 sale on eBay. Two books. This is The Secret Language of Relationships. The other one underneath is A Secret Language of Birthdays. So it was a lot, $29.99 plus shipping. This one was a donation back in September. It was a book pickup that I made from someone that I think that was a third book pickup I'd done for them. I also got some CDs, which I've talked about a lot of, from them as well. And just took a little bit of time to sell, a couple months, like 3 months. But it sold, and so that was nice. $30 is good. It takes up a little bit of space, but these two books are individually these books that make sense, but putting them together because they're from the same series, Your Complete Personology Guide to Any Relationship with Anyone. The other one's about birthdays, so came from the same series, so it makes more sense to put them in a lot and sell them that way. This was a donation. This, I believe, is from last year, but this is from a little while ago. It might have been earlier this year. The Third Man, a soundtrack, sold for $8 and change plus shipping. I had listed for $12. I believe I sent an offer on this one. I usually send offers on Sundays. Sent like almost 40 of them, 35 or so. And this one sold, so that was nice. This one, let's see, the 8 million. This is one of those that is called an Armed Services Edition. They're tiny books from way, way back. I believe they're from the 40s. And I've sold probably half a dozen of these armed services books. They don't go for a lot of money, but they do sell. Although this one was sitting for a while. I believe I I accidentally shipped this one out instead of another one a long time ago, and then they shipped it back, and I sent out the right one. So now this one finally sold. It was $9, but it was free shipping because I listed it quite a long time ago. But I'm glad to see that go. This was a donation that Tarot, I can't think straight. The Tarot Revealed, a modern guide to reading the tarot cards. So this is the kind of book that I would definitely look up if I saw it in a thrift store. But this was amongst mostly DVDs, but there were some books in there as well. And this has been listed for some months, but it is from this year, listed in the last probably like 3 months. And it sold for, I took an offer. It sold for $25 plus shipping. Yeah, anything tarot, anything kind of different, I would definitely look it up if I saw this in the bookstore, or not in the bookstore, but in the garage sale, in the estate sale, definitely in the thrift store for sure. This is a first edition, 1968. Listen to the Lambs by Johnny Otis. You can see there, right there, what it says. And this one, because it's first edition, because it's hardcover, because it's the dust jacket is still intact, I listed for $100, it sold for $70 plus shipping. So this was a very nice sale. For some reason, the number sticks in my head after the profit was $58 and change. So this was a book I've had listed for quite a while. But there's some books that if you just have the first edition, especially if it's a hardcover, especially with the dust jacket, you can sell them for really good money. This one I had listed for quite a while though, so you do have to wait for the right person to come along. But it's a long tail, high value book, high profit book. So be on the lookout for these, especially this one in particular. This one here, Dramocles, an intergalactic soap opera by Robert Sheckley. This is signed, and I had this listed for a while as well. Oops. This one, I believe I sent out an offer. There you can see that it is signed. I don't know if this is, I'm assuming it's a first edition. 1983. First edition. So it's even better if it's signed. But this one I didn't get that much money for. I had listed for 40. I took an offer of 23 and change plus shipping. So I'm just glad to get rid of the stuff that sits around for a while. Even signed first edition copies of certain books don't go for that much money, but hey, $23 sale is still not bad. This is the most controversial, if you want to say it, but interesting sale for me in the sense of the person that's on the cover, but also because, or on the front, because I found this in a thrift store back on, it's November, back on October 31st, 2023, and I spent $1.87 on it because it was on sale, or it was discounted. It had a tag sale, color tag sale. This is a thrift store that I go to usually every week, once a week, every Tuesday. And I happened to find this one, and it was pretty inexpensive, and I looked it up, and it sells. So it's the first edition of The Apprentice TV box set. It only took about 3 weeks to sell, which if you can sell, and it sold for $21.99 plus shipping. So it was a $15 and change profit. Take away about $2, it's about $13 in profit from an item that I only had listed for 3 weeks. So if you can find items like this, of course, the higher profit, the better, but items that sell within a couple weeks, I mean, of course you want to list something that sells immediately, but finding those items is not always the easiest unless you have some sort of amazing source and you're able to only find items like that, or you only list items like that sell immediately within the first couple of hours, within the first day or two of listing it. But if you build up an inventory of even 500 items, or you're listing, let's say, 5 a day, 10 a day, and you're selling through them within a couple of weeks, you're going to be flying through that inventory, always looking for new inventory, not having to worry about keeping stuff on your shelves that long. But again, mixing those kind of items with this, so this is $21.99. This is about like I said, $13 profit after everything. But this was a $58 profit after everything. But it sat for a while. I'm talking a couple of years. But if you've got a good amount of these of your inventory that are long tails, higher profit, and a good amount of these that are kind of in the middle for profit, and sell quicker, you're going to have a nice inventory. So that's kind of what I recommend. I mean, of course, the ideal is, as I always say, is something that sells quickly for a lot of money. You know, selling this one for $70 within a couple of days of listing it is, of course, better than selling this. But when I sell both, it takes longer, it's quicker, less money, takes longer, more money. But the more of these you list, the more often you are selling items every day. The more of these you list long tails, the more you're going to see these kind of sales coming in, not on a daily basis, but definitely on a weekly basis for sure. So keep that in mind when you're out there. Do your research, look things up, and I'll see you in the next video. Hope you enjoyed it. Take care. Bye.